It's time to embrace the power of the Nightmare in Standard Hearthstone with Volcoross Starship DK. The idea behind this deck is centered around the big meme of giving Volcoross charge. How are we going to do this? Well, Xavius essentially allows us to have around a 1 in 3rd odds as long as we generate the Volcoross off of him to give him charge, or we can randomly generate him through either Raptor Herald or Cremation to hopefully get the charge there. Overall, this deck does also have the backup plan of the Starship package as a way to just overwhelm your opponent with big minions, and using Dirty Rat plus Suffocation as a way to deal with those pesky hunters. Now, for the one guide of the list, you basically are going to be looking for Morbid Swarm as the most important card. Then you're going to be looking for Buccaneer and a Dread Handler. Any draw power cards such as Soul Searching or Chill Fallen Baron are pretty good. And then finally, Nightmare Lord Xavius is the last card that you're going to be looking for. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Warlock. I'm curious of what type of Warlock deck they're trying out. I'd assume probably Dark Gift since they got a bunch of direct support. And honestly, we would probably do a Dark Gift list. Actually, let me know down below if you'd be interested to see like Dark Gift Warlock like after this. Because we just did a Warlock deck on the last video. But... or maybe we didn't. I don't actually know. It depends on which order I decide to put these ones out on. I'm going back and forth between doing Volcoross or Tendril. I think the Tendril deck less people are going to be trying out. Though this Volcoross deck, I don't think anyone is going to try out either, so I think I'm safe either way over the weekend. Also, if you're wondering where Protoss is, even though I said he's a high priority card, I've played too many games with Farok and had too much horrendous luck with the card. I'd be much sooner to play a card centered around Sparks of Life into Final Frontier than using Farok at this point. Even though I really want to clickbait it using a pun with Farok's name, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So it is Dark Gift. We have to be a little bit careful in this matchup then. We do want to make sure we armor up a little bit just so we won't be destroyed. Oh, you know what I haven't done something with in a while? Call Ferrero. I keep forgetting the card exists. Also, Right is probably a card that we easily cut out of the list. I really want to go with the Nathandra. The reason is, like, it's a bunch of corpses for Volcoross if we generate it. But yeah, Right doesn't technically ever give us a chance for Volcoross, which sucks. So maybe we'll cut it eventually. I think, though, depending on, like, what you're facing against... Oh, interesting. I was going to say, what you're facing against Dirty Rat might actually just be a auto-include card in most decks right now. As long as you also have a little bit of spot removal, a Dirty Rat, then into whatever the spot remove... Like, this deck has Suffocation, right? You can use Suffocation in combination with Dirty Rat to maybe get Plush out of the hand, or maybe the card that doubles Plush. I'm actually kind of curious of why the card that doubles Plush is a Dragonkin, and it doesn't discount another dragon or give you a copy of a dragon. That could have actually been a... maybe I'll make a post about that, actually. Maybe that's one way to fix the plush deck. Honestly, I'm... At this point... This is going to sound bizarre. At this point, I think if we removed the beast tag from plush, I think the deck would be fine, right? Because you no longer could buff his attack up or mana discount him by a bunch. I mean, that does technically just move them to the new Core Hound or Golgaran, but, like, I mean, that's cooler than, like, a year-old card that basically was the same. The problem with that I've always had with Plush is he's, in theory, really cool to play around with, but, like, he's just Crush that starts at a lower attack and bounces your opponent's board back, right? And honestly, Crush was something that I was really tired of seeing anyways by the time he actually rotated out. So, like, I don't know. Maybe we could deal with like a year or two of no plush like cards or crush like cards for Hunter. I know it's iconic, but I don't know. Also, we probably should get rid of the Brewmasters. Brewmaster, in theory, is good because it lets us get additional chances with Xavius, but eh. Okay, like tap. It's nice having this bit of a wall between them and us, right? Okay, Corpsicle gets rid of the smaller one. I mean, thanks for the corpses. That's legitimately all that matters here. Thank you very much. Up to 24. Lane straight into our combo. If we can randomly get it here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! People said I was mad for trying to make this work, but it turns out, you know, the hardest part of the combo isn't actually getting the charge on the Volcoross. It's generating the 30 corpses to do the full combo with. Wait a second. Actually, oh yes, Farok, do your thing. Destroy our minions. Destroy our minions. Make make them draw a bunch of cards. Yep, this is my average experience with Farok. He's frocking awful. Okay, we need one more corpse. Okay, so we either get the combo here, or explosive rune kind of ruins our day. I guess we could have used Youthful Brewmaster, but behold, the biggest charge minion you've ever seen. GG. Okay, against Rogue, Dirty Rat probably isn't going to matter. Everything else here isn't bad. We could keep the Dirty Rat just to be safe. It could still be Protoss, I guess. But I think we'll keep the Starship piece and the Handler. Okay, just going to pass it back to them. Slam down the Handler. But yeah, so far, actually... Okay, so this is pretty late into testing. I'm looking still for like a game where our Starship is our main win condition. The fact that I got the Volcoross game after like, I don't know, like 20-ish. Well, actually, that was the second Volcoross game that I had. The first one I got greedy and I lost it with the earlier version of it. But the fact that I got the other one before I got a really good like Starship list or a game is kind of funny to me. But it also shows you the clear like differences. Oh, I kind of want to grab the package dealer. I was going to say like the nice thing about any Starship class is the fact you have the Starships, right? As a backup plan. Like if I run out of deck ideas, I can always stick in like the Starship package, and usually for most classes, it's decent enough where it makes whatever goofy little engine that I'm shoving into the deck work, right? Sure, would the deck be a little bit more consistent if I just put more removal tools and didn't even try to do the Volcoross thing? Yeah, it would. But it's not fun, so you can't blame me, right? It's also like why I really, really love the Res Priest list from last year before they took out the Spellstones again for Priest. I just love the idea. Also, by the way, sorry, I wasn't really paying too much attention, but our opponent is playing Protoss, so. And then we're just going to slam this down. I don't even remember what I was saying, actually. Oh, Resurrection, like, Starship Priest was such a cool idea, even though, like, Priest wasn't... It made up for the fact that Priest didn't get any usable cards in the Great Dark Beyond, right? A lot of those cards have potential. I think Askra, their legendary Draenei, if we get the right Draenei card, could be good. The problem is the themes of these next 3 sets, and we're getting maybe like 1-2 Draenei in each set. And the fact that we didn't get a mini set centered around Draenei also kind of made the new tribe just not work. It's also why I'm actually kind of disappointed in this mini set, where I would have expected us to see like more dark gift classes, maybe like a class swapping from light to good or the opposite way around. So we'd get like Imbue or like dark gift priest, because it would make sense, right? Shadow is a thing for priest, and the dark or the Emerald Nightmare is related to the old gods, and the old gods are related to the void, and because they're related to the void, that means Shadow Priest. It's related to Shadow Priest's power because they draw on the void, and directly from the old gods who are dead now. You know, like there's just so much that they could have pulled from in this mini set, and then instead we just got like more Alune base spells, I guess. Which, sure, why not? You know, I mean, thematically it makes sense, but they're just kind of boring. Okay, ooh. I kind of just want to put Volcoross on the top, just because it's funny. Like, we can just slam him down next turn if we really, really need to. But I think, honestly, the play is going to be, if they destroy our minion, Exodar into draw 3, and then it'll flood our board with a bunch of perfect big minions, and even if they're Protoss, they're probably not going to be able to deal with it. By the way, if you've made it this far in the video, like, let me know, like, what deck ideas you would love to see me try to, like, do. I have a few ideas that are, like, on the back burner. I really wanted to focus on trying to get all the legendaries done in this, like, first 2-weekish period, but the more I tested with Varrock, the more I just don't like the card. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love Varrock as a character. I really do. But his card is I wouldn't say annoying, but like it is kind of annoying. Oh, it didn't destroy that one minion. That's fine. Okay. Okay, what are we getting here? We are getting oh, okay. Oh, oh, don't mind if I do. That's probably like the best generations that we could get there. Oh, that's going to be game, isn't it? Even if they clear out the board. Yeah, GG. Okay, Hunter. And they're not my favorite matchup in the world, but we do have the Dirty Rats in the deck now. So we might have a better chance. Soul Searching also was included, even though I know it does consume some corpses. The reason why we ended up including is we're kind of hurting for draw power. I guess we could have also used a Prize Vendor, actually, I guess. Because that would be equivalent of drawing 2, but it does give our opponent a little bit of advantage, and we don't want to do that in this list. Also does kind of also rely on our opponent to actually deal with the minion in order to get the draw off of it. But open our hand, 2 Dirty Rats plus Suffocation, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm just slamming this down. I'm hoping Hunter doesn't have an answer to a 1-4. They usually don't on, what, turn 3? Sorry, 2. Also, Zakili, or whatever the card is called, there has to be a combo with that card. There's a few weird interactions that I've learned. If your combo has a 6-cost card then it won't discount because it looks at the hand when you're playing the card, and thus it includes itself, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, there has to be something there. Some wombo combo that, like, discounts everything by 2, and then you just, like, win the game straight up. Okay, there's Guardian. Okay, slam down the crystal. Then I think we're just passing it. Okay. If we can armor up enough before... Oh, cremation. Okay, Dark Gift. Give me something cool. I know we could also do the suffocation play, but I kind of want to be greedy and get 2 of... I mean, Charge and Crystal is funny. Putting the other one at the top of the deck would have also worked because we draw, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It's so funny how that one card has helped the consistency of 2, like, tier 2 decks. You know, turns out everyone was wrong. Everyone was like, oh, it's not enough to help Imbue. You needed, like, another Imbue, like, target. But, like, also, funnily enough, people were complaining about how interactive or uninteractive Hearthstone has become. But we're perfectly fine with, like, Imbue Hunter being a list. Turns out, Imbue Hunter is even less interactive than, like, Zarimi Priest. Because at least Zarimi Priest you have until, like, turn 8-ish to, like, live. But usually, in most cases, we would be dead by now. Okay. Okay. Let's drag out 2 cards. Can we hit King Plush? No, but those are 2 good hits. Okay. So they can't... They don't... Well, I mean, they probably have one other one of the Dragonkins. Again, also, like... I really want to do Secret Hunter. I really do. I just can't right now because this is what... Actually, funnily enough, I think Secret Hunter might actually be a decent counter against this list. Huh. Maybe we do try that. I take out the King Plush. Just for ethical reasons. Because if you can randomly generate Ice Block, then King Plush can't kill you in a turn. But then again, Hunter doesn't really have an easy way to then destroy the King Plushes that are going to be on the board, so maybe that wouldn't work. I really, really, really want a secret deck again. Like, I think it was a huge mistake removing it from, what is the class? That I can't think of its name. Paladin. I mean, this is all going to be bounced back to our hand anyways, but, like, I don't know, 24 armor could allow us to survive a turn or 2, right? Like, it sucks this will be bounced, but it is what it is. Oh. Though a Suffocation top deck would be really, really nice, since we do have another one in the list. I mean, 24 damage. At least it's only 24. Can't believe I'm saying at least it's only 24. Okay, well, let's draw a card. Suffocation! Ooh. We are technically alive if we leave the plush up for a turn, right? Because we don't really have an option to not leave it up. We were so close. Actually, probably should have got the Reborn on the Baron, too. Not dead. Okay, suffocation, please. I mean, not actually it, but should be fine, right? The funniest thing about this deck is you get rid of plush, you ruin their gas. Oh, of course we get that now. Okay, well. Alright. Give us, I don't know. I guess Phoenix. Phoenix isn't bad. We're not getting that extra copy of the Phoenix, but still some damage. Okay, there's Houndmaster. And GG. Alright, now we're through the game, so that's my final thoughts of the deck. So, played 30 games with the deck, ended up with a 40% win rate, which actually kind of is where I expected something like this to actually be, since you are trying to meme a win with Volcoross. You will also notice in the video, there are a few little differences in between each individual game, where we added some cards and then removed some other cards, or even added some back. After I added in the Dirty Rats for the Suffocation combo, it actually felt a lot stronger against Hunter in particular. Honestly speaking, if you're playing a deck right now, you really do need to include some type of Dirty Rat into a spot removal tool for that deck in particular. It sucks that that's what Hearthstone has come to, but there's just so many decks right now in the meta where you can easily get some type of advantage by doing that, that if you can afford to do it, you might as well, right? Overall, though, if you're looking for a deck to use Volcoross in, this is probably one of the better ones that you can try him in, though you probably are going to not always rely on him to win. The Starship cards are just good enough most of the time. Now, like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.